A meitei man, his kuki wife and their infant son. The family of three had a seemingly beautiful life. But what ensued since May 3rd came nothing short of a nightmare. Here's the full story.
Manipur, also known as India's sports powerhouse. Who could have thought that this beautiful part of the region will one day see bloodshed and a raging animosity among two major ethnic groups, the Meiteis and the Kukis? Several lives have been lost, many families separated, children who have lost their parents, the list goes on. It is more than 2 months since the unrest began in Manipur, yet normalcy looks like a distant dream. Today, we bring to you a story of a family which has paid a huge price owing to the ongoing clash. The family of three consists of the Meitei husband, his kuki wife, and their 1.5-year-old son.
The intermarriage between the kuki and the Meiteis were a normal thing since time immemorial. But the sudden eruptions of the violence in the state have not only affected both the communities but also separated many families. Northeast Live is bringing you a special report from the ground regarding the separated families.
A helpless father, a concerned husband, spending his days at a relief camp in Imphal. It has been over 2 months now since he last saw his son and wife. It was an usual morning on May 3rd. The family was doing their daily chores. Towards noon, reports of some violence at a certain place started pouring in. As the clock struck 4:30 p.m., the situation was entirely different and unimaginable. There was violence, arson and chaos everywhere around the state. Things only got worse for the family ever since.
The violence erupted suddenly. My wife is Kuki and she could not come with me and I could not stay back even if I wanted to, since the violent clash was between the two communities. And for our own safety, we were separated. She stayed back in Moray and I came here. We have a 1.5-year-old son. On May 3, things were normal in the morning, but at around 4:30 p.m, things got bad and the whole Moray Bazaar was in frenetic situation, with mob dismantling and burning houses and shops. We thought things will subside after a while, but it didn't. It got worse. We rushed to the police station that night, and on the next day, we moved to my wife's place in Moray and I came back to my house. I used to visit her till May 7-8, but things didn't get better from there and we got separated. And I moved to key location point of 5 Assam Rifles. And later I was sent to Imphal along with many people from Moray.
The man who took the hard decision of staying away from his wife and son for their safety longs to see them soon. Like any other person living in Manipur, he too is unaware what the future holds.
Sometimes we talk over the phone and inquire about them as she is taking care of our son alone. I don't know what will happen. I feel so bad, even though I want them to stay with me. But due to the present circumstances and amid lots of rumors, she also fears to join me here. And I can't force her to come. We have no choice other than to wait for things to get normal. Personally, I want the government to bring an end to this violent clash and let us live peacefully with family members. Things are to stay like this for far too long. I want my wife and my son to come here and stay with me. And I want the support of all people in bringing them here.
While uncertainty still looms large for the return of peace and normalcy in the state, with the centre constantly monitoring the situation, one can only hope that Manipur gets back its lost charm sooner than later, where families stay happily ever after.
Divided by the class, united in love, the father longs for family reunion. He is not only the one, there are many more who have been separated from their families due to the ongoing violence in Manipur. What they want is peace and normalcy to be returned in the state.
With inputs from 𝗚𝗏𝗡𝗀𝘀 in Manipur, News Desk Report, Northeast Live.